Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. For the audience at home, can you tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Quentin Brizendine, or Quentin. I am a student at Ball State University. I have a major in history and a minor in religious studies. I am part of the debate team here, but I also work for a student ministry on campus called the Christian Campus House as their men's ministry assistant.
Hmm. Wow, you sound like a busy guy.
Very.
So, what's your question, man?
Yeah, so I think oftentimes what plagues us in this world is how do we show our faith in a secular world?
Hmm. How have you thought about that question?
Yeah, so of course we live in a very secular world. We're a world that almost demonizes religious aspect to some extent, and specifically Christianity. I know specifically as a college student, I hear every day, right? Faith of no aspect of it, right? This is purely academic. You should be studying, um, of seeking this subjective truth. It's different for everybody. It's a very complex world being a college student, just being having to face this every day. Um, I guess it. I've always struggled with how I show my faith, right, and with a almost non-confrontational way that's just ever present.
Hmm.
And I think oftentimes it's just watching your words carefully and watching your actions carefully. I think it comes down to making sure, be careful what you're talking about and how you're saying it. Oftentimes you can come across something differently if you use the wrong terminology, if you use the wrong words. But because oftentimes, if you use the correct terminology, if you phrase things in a careful, cautious way, oftentimes this can raise questions to other people around you that can allow you to bring up your faith.
Hmm. So, for you, can you give me an example of like a moment in this last year where you feel like you've had to be careful with your language and how that's impacted the way you share your faith in a secular setting like at the university?
Yeah, so I would say with my involvement on the debate team, right? In the debate world, we have the things called point of equity. Where in a round, if I say something that's unfair or unjust to a specific group or minority or whichever, that I can be flagged for it and I can be punished for it. And so oftentimes as a Christian, this can be a little hard, right? Sometimes you have to use gender neutral terminology that you aren't necessarily used to using theys and thems instead of he or she. Um, Almost in a world when Christianity is supposed to challenge the world, and it's almost always not politically correct. I have to make my language politically correct every day because of debate, and so I can seem fair and respectful,
Yeah.
and that can be definitely be hard.
And for you personally, how do you feel like you've been handling that question of sharing your faith?
Yeah, so I say it's a struggle every day, but I think over these past years at Ball State, I'm getting better and better at it. Especially the more involved I get at the Christian Campus House, the more involved that I get men's ministry involved out on campus, and the more people can see me just doing stuff for church, for the Lord, out in the open, out in public.
Hmm. Wow. Well, thanks for your time, man.
Yes, thank you.
Cool.